All right, so one of the challenges of being in a minivan is the small roof space. And when you have small space inside, you need a roof carrier, but I also wanted 200-watt solar panels. My roof box that I had was about 36 inches wide, and the panels that I had were 26 inches wide. It fit really well on top of the ridges of the roof box. I had to drill holes into the frame of that panel, and then I bolted it to the top of the roof box with some rubber washers and some locking washers, and just fastened it on there, hand tightened it with some wing nuts, and it's staying, and it's waterproof. There's nothing getting under there. Let me see if I can get a better shot of what that looks like. It's really hard to see, but under there is the attachment point. And this Velcro, black Velcro on the frame of these is for a cover that I made for them that I'll show you in a minute. So I got one panel on top of the roof box, and then the other one I attached to the round bars. And I had to replace the factory crossbars from my roof rack and get the Yakima 72-inch round bars. I could probably have gone with the shorter one. I might have 6 inches. I probably have more than 6 inches on either side. So at some point I'll either cut those off, or I probably could have gone for a shorter width, but at the time I wasn't sure how much real estate I was going to need up here. So when I got these new rails, I realized that I really needed to be thoughtful about how far apart I spaced them, because the distance between these two rails had to fit the frame for these panels. So I measured the distance between this hole in the frame and the front of the frame and set the crossbars at that distance so I could use the existing holes that were in the frame. I bought this metal bar at Home Depot and cut it to fit the width of the solar panel and bolted it to the frame of the panel. Then I got these cable clamps in the cable management section of Home Depot. They're flexible clamps with a rubber or silicone wrap around, and I bolted it to that metal frame. Let's see if you can see, with the wing nut and some lockers. Yeah, and so I have 4 of those, 2 in the back and 2 in the front, and then just wrapped the cables. I needed to get some connectors and extension to connect the one from the roof box to this one, and then I could run. Once I had the cables all connected, I ran them along the roof rail here and down into a little notch that I cut in the, I don't know what this is called, the rubber liner here. I put some more padding around it so that when the door closes, it's not pressing directly on the cable, and then duct tape the cable in place in this little space. And it runs down here. This is just loose. It runs down here and connects to the jackery. So you can see right now the battery's at 94%. My fridge is the only thing plugged in. It's drawing 2 watts. It's not running right now. I'm getting 86 watts of power, 87. There's a good amount of sun up there, but the sun is not directly hitting the panels, and the panels are covered with dust and bugs from driving yesterday. But I have had the fridge running now for 4 days, plugged into this, and with no attention to charging other than driving and parking wherever I parked, it has stayed charged, and my food is cold, which is amazing.